This is the CHRILLCAST. I'm Chris.
And I'm Will.
I'm Chris also. Hello.
Chris, I know this is kind of awkward since we're doing this in spurts, but tell everybody about your channel again, even though you just told us like maybe 20 minutes ago.
Hi. I do whatever I feel like. I do videos on current events, news, video games. I do some music every now and again, some sketches. I do a podcast, the Snark Tank, and I do a PlayStation podcast called Sacred Symbols every week. So that's a thing. That's, oh my god, it's so old. Get out of here.
I will warn you, if we ever end up reviewing your channel, we always go back to the very first video and talk about that for a split second when we review channels. Just FYI, just want to let you know
that's fine. I cringe at it all the time anyway.
I will say this: all your Rise Against covers, they were really good in the beginning. So I definitely appreciated you doing that.
For a tone-deaf child, it's pretty good.
Tone deaf. Always humble, huh? All right. So Ultimate Halo, he just recently, I want to shout him out real quick. He just passed 80,000 subs, which is great, especially for a channel where essentially like the channel didn't exist for like almost an entire year while they were, elsewhere, we'll say. So congratulations on passing 80K subs. That's awesome.
Big deal, yeah.
Hey, we have not gotten anywhere near that, so.
Yeah. I'm just Josh. I'm fucking.
The channel was created on July 7th, 2010. Oh, I'm sorry. I usually go through and give like a background on the channel and then we talk about it. So just FYI. So if I sound like I'm like rushing through this, that's what's going on. So the channel was created on July 7th, 2010. It's got over 11 million views on its videos. If you want to find it, you go to youtube.com/wangtim3. That's like a origin story question, right? The original guy that created the channel had something to do with that name. Fletch, not so much. That he joined the channel after it was created. So the wangtim3, not him, but Fletch is essentially the sole creator on the channel now at this point. Is my understanding. I could be wrong about that, but that was my understanding. So Ultimate Halo, their About Me says, we like to go through this because sometimes people have weird things in there and they're like, hey, you need to update that. So it says Ultimate Halo brings you Halo Infinite news, Halo 5 Guardians news. He did not fix it after we talked to him. Halo Wars 2 news, Halo gameplay, machinima, plus all the latest updates from the Halo community and more. I'm on a mission to create and curate the best content for Halo fans worldwide. Suit up, Spartans. Follow me on Twitch at FletchUH, which stands for Ultimate Halo. So what Fletch is known for, coverage on everything Halo, top 10s, lore videos, news topics.
The Ultimate Halo channel, obviously.
Ultimate, exactly. And being a very charismatic and fun personality. He also does music on the side, so if you ever want to check out some other music besides Chris Raygun, you can always go check out Fletch. So his oldest video on the channel
has nothing to do with Halo, apparently.
Well, I'm trying to remember. Let me just double check this, because I found his old channel by accident, because he had a different channel before this. Yeah, so this isn't it. Let me just grab it off of here real quick. This is from his actual original channel. He told me he was going to send me a link to it because he wasn't in his words, I wasn't ashamed of it. But apparently he never did, and I found it anyways. So his first video on YouTube.
Yeah, Chris is known to stalk on people. So
no, I don't do that. He's got 130 subs on his original channel, which is called Fletch Halo YouTuber. And his first video on YouTube is Zelda Ocarina of Time 3DS gameplay. So there's that. I don't have a lot to say about this. It's just essentially commentary on the gameplay of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3DS. So yeah, that was his first video on YouTube. I'm not going to pass a link to this, but if you want to find it, I'm sure if you're as good as me, you will find it. His most popular video on YouTube is currently Halo The Last Grunt Alive trailer, which has 2 million views. It's pretty good.
What is this? I don't think I've ever seen this.
I'm trying to remember. It's a trailer for the Master Chief Collection is what it says. And I believe that's an official trailer. I'm not 100% positive.
I think it is. Yeah, I remember this now. What? God, they look so ugly.
I know. Still looks better than Halo 4 grunts, though.
Oh, that is the Halo 4 grunt.
Is it?
Yeah, that is the Halo 4 grunt.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Because the Halo 5 grunts look like fucking locusts.
Yeah, they look disgusting. So I'm probably thinking of the Halo 5 grunt. I haven't played Halo 4 in so long now. Probably not since I finished the campaign.
That's the one where they stuck the tube in their nose.
Oh, yeah, you're right. The Halo, honestly, as far as grunts go, like I think Halo 2 and 3 really had it right. The art style in Halo 4 I found a little questionable compared, and then Halo 5, just you can throw that art style out in my opinion. I thought the gameplay was okay, but you know, whatever. But getting back to Fletch, so Fletch, the Ultimate Halo channel, right? So what do you guys like about his channel?
Chris, you want to go first?
I can, or Chris can go first.
Oh, either Chris.
You like
Chris.
that? You like that?
That's so fucking confusing. God, I feel like I'm in high school again. All the Chris's.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I've tuned into this a couple times. I like getting angry sometimes. So I'll listen to people's like top 10s or like oh, he had a video recently, I think it might have been recently, where it was like weapons that 343 improved or something like that.
7 Halo weapon designs that 343 improved.
Oh, he did one for worse and improved.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. But I remember I can't remember which ones I agreed with or disagreed with, but I like getting riled up in my own head about about like opinions. I don't know.
What about you, Will?
Honestly, the same thing. So I love these kind of videos where they just kind of rank the things and they go over content that I already really like. And sometimes they'll have opinions that are like, no. Honestly, like, I think Chris is kind of hinting at this. Like, I don't think they really improved any of the weapon designs. So like, I'll totally click on that and be like, no.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of I like this stuff because it seems to be focused on a lot of the stuff that I think is important, which is like a lot of like visual design stuff that I feel like a lot of people just don't care about. Yeah. Like a lot of people are just like, you know, it's sci-fi, so it's Halo, right? It's like, no, it's specific. There's a specific tone that it doesn't have. And like I remember him. This is the 343 improved? Yeah, like the assault rifle. Like, come on. Like I don't think it looks better at all.
I tend to agree. I thought this more simplistic assault rifle was a little better looking, but
yeah. But I mean, like that's kind of the fun of like this kind of stuff is just like kind of like seeing like different people's perspectives and being like, oh, I wonder why they think that, and like I think he does a good job. I think he does a good job of explaining why. Whereas like, a lot of people are just sort of like, just cause.
It looks better.
Yeah. Or it's more realistic. It's like,
right.
Halo's not supposed to be realistic.
Not only that, but realistic doesn't really describe anything. It's just like, oh, well, what's your thought process on realistic, huh? I like the top 10s. I think anytime you put top 10 in a title, more people are willing to click on it because they're like, oh, I know there's going to be 10 things discussed or 7 things discussed or 3 things discussed. Yep. You put the number in the title, it's like, boom, you know exactly what you're getting, you know? And he just tells it straight. And Fletch has such like a great like narration voice for anything. Like,
agreed.
It's like, what was it called? The cheat code that Uresh called it. He says that anybody with like an accent has like a cheat code to success. Like Fletch has a pretty great accent to listen to when he's narrating stuff.
Yeah.
So
I know I would I wouldn't even acknowledge a Hidden Xperia if it weren't for his Britbong.
You really should watch Fletch's review of Hidden Xperia because man, oh man, he really laid into it. It was pretty funny. So this is just desserts, Chris. You can hit him as hard as you want. I just wanted to let you know that. So what are some things we can improve Fletch? What do we think Fletch could do better with his channel? I can go back to the overall view of the channel so you can kind of get a better overall look at it. So I can tell you right off the bat, I think his thumbnails are good, but I will say this. I don't think there's a clear theme to the thumbnails.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
You don't necessarily know you're looking at Ultimate Halo when you see the thumbnails.
Yeah, when you see the thumbnail, you don't automatically think him.
Yeah. I mean, that's hard. Like finding a thumbnail style that it looks uniquely yours is super difficult because there's only like because you also have to keep in mind like these are videos based on a property that exists, so it also has to look like it also has to look as equally as much as your own content as it needs to look like something that is in keeping with what this franchise is. So it's actually kind of like super tricky. Like I don't even know if my thumbnails look like
But let's go back to new so that we have at least
give me a break. Jesus.
You know, your branding though is you, so like you're in all the
Yeah,
thumbnails.
you're on. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like
it's
I mean, I try to be as often as possible.
like
But there's also stuff that's like themed specifically. Like there's that extra credits one is themed after extra credits. It's supposed to look like an extra credits video.
That's pretty funny.
But you can still tell that. I mean, if you know your channel, like if people watch your channel, they know that that's you in the thumbnail. Like, you know what I mean? Like it still looks enough like you that people can be like, okay, that's Chris.
Yeah.
There's definitely been a couple times when Ultimate Halo has come up with my suggestions, and I didn't realize it was him, so I didn't watch his videos right away. I waited like a week because I was like, oh, some random suggested Halo video. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, it's Ultimate Halo. I really like this stuff.
Yeah.
Like I guess like I'm not saying our thumbnails are great, but it's clear in our thumbnails that the branding is always us. You know what I mean?
Unfortunately, yes.
And I think if he just could figure out a way to incorporate the Ultimate Halo symbol into his thumbnails, at least you'd know it's an Ultimate Halo video. You know what I mean? At a bare minimum.
Yeah, I could see that.
I'm not saying he's like
they are good.
They're
good
great thumbnails. Yeah, I just don't necessarily see brand recognition in the thumbnails. Like, you know, it's Halo.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you just don't know it's
maybe,
Ultimate Halo.
Yeah, I think maybe that's the point. Is that it's like it's just supposed to look like a high quality Halo video, and anybody who's interested in Halo is probably gonna click it.
That's true. That's a good point.
That first Halo one is a good one.
Yeah, you know that was like his most like he said he spent like the most amount of time of any video he's ever made on that video. Because of the amount of clipping and going back and forth and playing something and not playing something. He said that took him, like he said about killed him making that video. Like it was just that much work to get that in the exact format he wanted it. So, and
yeah,
people, if you're watching this video of us reviewing his channel, go watch that video. That was a labor of love for Fletch to make it. It's totally worth watching. It's a lot of fun. It's got quite a big collab actually. I think Luke's in this one, right? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, Luke, and Ubernick, and is that Green Skull?
yeah.
And yeah, so it's a great video. Definitely go watch it if you're interested. DJ Blue PDX, that's the one I couldn't think of. He's a mixer guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great video. And I think stuff like this is where his strength lies. He's really good at editing. That's one thing that I wish I had better skills at is editing videos, because I'm still a fledgling when it comes to editing stuff. So
haven't quite got out of the nest yet.
Editing's fucking tedious, man.
Music is I can edit video, not so much. I'm not that great at editing videos yet.
Oh well, see, like I couldn't edit music to save my life. Yeah, man, like editing's a labor for sure. It's like I think you need to have some level of like you have to be mentally defective in some way to really be good at editing, because it's so tedious that like the idea that anyone would subject themselves to it willingly is like genuinely bordering on insanity.
There's a reason why our OBS thing is already set up ready to go, so that I don't have to do any editing whatsoever, or at least save myself the trouble of doing a lot of the editing. So
it's tedious. I do like those videos though, like whenever he has like a game show kind of thing going on.
Yeah,
like those are the ones that I like. I think there was like that was the one where that was the guess which like whether that was what was it, guess people's first Halo game. Yeah, that was the one I watched a lot of. That was a good one.
Yeah, he spent, like I said, he spent like a really long time on this video.
That's a unique one too.
It is. I've never seen anybody else do this, and it would be really cool to see another video of this style. Maybe he could figure out some way to make the workflow a little easier on himself. But this is great. Like I don't see videos like this very often.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Or ever.
Yeah, ever.
And then I think one thing that he could do, I know he made the joke when he came on our channel. He said, I'm sipping blood from a stone trying to produce Halo content right now.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe some more Let's Plays. I know he's got a Twitch channel, but maybe like Master Chief Collection, an entire playthrough would give him some content to kind of subsidize the rest of his content, if you know what I'm saying. And maybe that's what he's doing on UH2.
Has he done a video on Cursed Halo at all, or?
I don't remember. I know Late Night Gaming just did one.
Yeah, he did.
Which was actually
he just did a ray tracing in Halo 3 one too that I.
Oh, that was
great.
Wait
I can't wait to mess around with that.
he's like one of the guys that's like willing to go out and do these like kind of strange, more artistic kind of videos.
Yeah.
And I do appreciate that about late night gaming. I think, yeah, he's not doing anything on this channel right now. It's like the last video was 2 years ago. So I think if he could find like some more simple flow video that he could put out where he's just kind of talking over gameplay in between his big videos, maybe that would help him with his workflow. But he does put a lot of videos out consistently. And I don't know. I maybe just get to know Fletch a little more on the channel since he's what I call the sole proprietor of the channel. It'd be nice to kind of get to know him a little more in depth. I know a lot of people appreciate that about channels like, say, Chris's, where you kind of feel like you know him a little bit when you watch his videos.
It's all lies, but you know.
Do you guys have any more thoughts on Fletch's channel?
I don't know. I think I went over.
I have one. So in a couple, like hit that little like intro screen he has right there with the Halo ring and the Ultimate Halo. He doesn't have that on every video, I can tell. And I really love that intro screen. So I think that, you know, just more consistency with that. Like
you're saying, like this one where he had the Discord come up and it doesn't look the same.
No, he actually has it, but not every video actually has this golden screen. Of course,
like that one.
Yeah, that doesn't start off with it. So I think just having that consistency would be helping with brand recognition. And also, it's such a cool screen that I feel like it's a waste not to use it every video.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, and it seems like
render.
Yeah, that's a good point. So what are our predictions for his channel going forward? Obviously, with the release of Halo Infinite, there's going to be some increase of subs on this channel.
He's going to abandon it. He's going to do Death Stranding gameplay.
Just a straight Death Stranding channel from now on. Like, there is nothing else that matters. Death Stranding.
Yeah, even though there's no hint of a sequel at all. And the worst idea ever.
I thought, was it Luke? Somebody said they really enjoyed that game. I think it was Luke said he really loved that game. Are you another fan of that game?
I love that game. Death Stranding is insane. It's such a weird game. I don't think I've ever played anything like it.
Yeah, he's going to go and interview some mailmen.
Yeah.
For his fan account.
Is this game anything like your real life? Nope.
Yeah, and the mailman whips out his ladder. It's like, yep.
Oh, I've already placed it. I guess that's that.
I think, if anything, his channel is going to see a huge spike this fall, provided there's no delays on Infinite, which there's no hint of a delay at this point in time. I think this is going to just explode his channel.
I would imagine after the July event, it's going to start picking up for everybody. Because my assumption is that the beta will launch that day. Because it's already been so long and it's so late into the year at this point that if the beta doesn't come out the night of that event or very, very soon after, then my immediate assumption would be that something is wrong.
Yeah,
you know. It's been way too long.
I wonder how small they'll keep the beta.
Yeah,
because we're supposed to do flights like the MCC, so. That clearly is not happening now.
I mean, a flight is just a beta, basically.
Yeah, well, they're supposed to do multiple ones, weren't they? Not just one?
Well, they've got time to do multiple flights right now. Like, when they say multiple flights, there's like an inner circle that works with 343 is the first flight. The second flight, they expand to like the bigger creators, like, say, Chris or Hidden Xperia, you know. And then that third flight, they open up to kind of like a bigger crowd of people. You know,
we fight over the scraps.
Yeah,
but I honestly thought it was going to be like all a year, like the way they made it sound. So I immediately got worried in February when it wasn't out yet.
Yeah, that's the immediate worry because like Halo 5 obviously came out in October and the beta for Halo 5 was in December of the previous year, you know. So like the fact that we're bordering on like 4 months out from release and we still haven't had a shred of gameplay and there's no sign of a beta anywhere, like it has to drop the day of the July event, and if it doesn't, then like I don't know what the hell's going on. Like I would be beyond concerned.
I've been saying for a while, I think they've been keeping it in their back pocket. I don't foresee them having significant issues with Halo Infinite unless they've really run into issues doing the new engine. But my thought process is they've kept it in their back pocket so they have something significant to show after the PS5 the PS5 reveal, because what else do
Yeah.
they have that's as big as Halo Infinite that they can be like,
Oh.
well, you know,
They
suck
better
it,
have
suck it,
Fable.
Sony. You know, like what
I
else
would
do they
love-
really have?
I would love a new Fable.
So would I.
Mhm.
But there's no hint, not even a hint of that. So like if that comes out, that'd be epic too.
There's rumors of Playground working on it.
I mean, hints. There's no hints of gameplay on the internet. There's no like.
Oh yeah.
There's just rumors. You know, like at this point, it's all speculation. If they drop Fable, I'm completely gonna love this event because I just started playing Fable again because Will's finally convinced me to try it, and I'm super excited.
Fable's great. Fable 2 is so good.
Yeah, agreed.
I liked 2 and 3 a lot. I was not nostalgic for 1 because I actually played 1 after I played 2, so it was a little harder to go back and play 1 after 2.
Yeah. Fable 2 is just so fucking so weird. It's such a weird game. There's this. I'm at a certain point in Fable 2, like I'm playing through it again, but I don't want to go past it because it's such a funny moment that I just want to keep replaying. It's like you're supposed to be like chasing this dude. His name's like Dash or something, and he's got this, like, yeah, he's got this disgusting voice.
Yeah.
And you chase him to this like weird park, and then he's standing on like a rock, and he's like, "You got catch me!" And then you shoot him once. You shoot him once, and then you shoot him once. Every bit of other audio silences. He slowly falls back with an arrow in his chest, and then the lady says, "Well done." And it's the funniest thing I've ever seen, and I can't find the heart to progress past it.
You know what would be really interesting for Fletch to try? Just to give one last thing. I wonder if he could get away with doing like mini like Halo like short stories in like Forge mode or something, like with theater. I wonder if he could do it.
That's such a bitch to do. That is
I know it would be, but I think it would be really, I don't know how much free time he has to do that kind of thing, but maybe once in a while he could throw something up. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, probably.
But anyways, anything else to say about Fletch?
No.
No,
Good creator. I like his videos.
Yeah,
Definitely
seems like a good dude.
Go sub to his channel if you're interested in all of the latest and greatest and top 10s on Halo. So,
Yeah.
Wang Tim 3. I wonder if, okay, let's just for fun. I want to make sure, I think Ultimate Halo also gets you here, but I could be wrong. Let's see. It does. So youtube.com/Ultimate Halo, it'll autocorrect you to Wang Tim 3, but that'll also get you there. So
Yeah.
youtube.com/Ultimate Halo or Wang Tim 3, whichever you prefer. As always, I'm Chris.
And I'm Will.
I'm Chris.
And we will see you
On next CHRILLCAST. Bye, guys.